What is good? What's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Vari, the truth himself, Mr. No Cap, and we are back with another video. And if you've noticed, I've got myself a new lens. Super excited to try it out and trying out some new lighting techniques. You know what it is. It's been a minute indeed, and I guess I haven't been taking my own advice. Been overthinking this kind of stuff, and I guess it kind of put me on a halt from shooting more YouTube videos. Sorry about that, but we are back. And this time, we are talking about the 366. Why not 365? Because it takes longer than a year to actually do something that's super great, but there's a lot and there's so much you can do within a space of a year. And that was what I gave myself last year on the 16th of June when I officially activated my studio. Now, looking back when the date hit, because of course I was supposed to shoot the video that time, and a lot of stuff was happening then. I didn't get the time. Plus, I had a terrible flu, so my voice was pretty much non-existent. Hiccups on hiccups, but I will tell you guys more about it as the video goes on. But I had to sit back, right, and figure out, a list of things that I did in the space of a year, because that's the time I gave myself. That's the deadline, I was like, well, if I'm gonna do this thing, right, I'm gonna give myself a time frame, and in this case, a year. Let me see how far I can go, how much I can learn in the space of 1 year, and see if the decisions I made a year ago really check out, in present time. And boy, I must say there is a ton to be grateful for. There's a ton to celebrate and be thankful for. But I think breaking it down for you step by step will really put things into perspective. And obviously the first time was pretty much learning how to produce, and there was pretty much making my own beats, that I had my own doubts there, and I had to really push and persevere and really trust the process that, I'll get better at this stuff. I'll be able to choose more instruments against each other and make things more, cohesive, and get really better at this whole mixing and mastering thing, because it's always a back and forth, tedious process where I work on one song and I think I've really pushed the bar, and then maybe 2 songs or 3 songs later, I learned something new, and then I have to go back to older songs and see if I didn't make the same mistakes then. So all of those hiccups and tests and ups and downs, the learning curve pretty much, a lot of doubt comes into play there, And when you are in a process of developing yourself, there has to be milestones that you can reach. And then when you reach them, I guess they're supposed to work as confirmation to yourself, especially, more importantly, yourself, that you're on the right path and you didn't really make a bad decision when you chose that path, And for me, that moment was pretty much the first release, my single Mrs. Could Have Been, which is now out on digital streaming platforms, and it's also out on live television. For me, there was a huge moment for me before we even get to the television part. having to have a tangible song that is out there on streaming platforms, regardless of how gut-wrenching and nervous it made me, and how it was when I had to release the song. Finally, at least I had something tangible to say, you know what, hey, I'm not just talking about working on this record. It's actually done. It's actually physical, you know. As much as making these songs is a healing process for me to tell my story and to process life and what I go through, it's also very crucial that I actually have something, you know, where I create my art and then I release it to the world, so that it's no longer just within me, and it's just out there, you know, to you know, for people to consume and to relate to it and use it as a soundtrack to their lives. But what was big for me was just actually going through the process of making the song and shooting a video for the first time, shooting myself with just me and a tripod in the botanical gardens. I remember in times you get to you tend to downplay your own, you know, your own hustle and your own achievements because they seem so small. But when you see how people react to, you know, what you've done, and when you tell them how you did it, it's always just like very humbling, and it's a good reminder to yourself that, you know what, the hard work you put in, you know, shouldn't be like downplayed, and you should always celebrate like the small achievements that you have, because they might not be as small as you think. And for me, seeing the reaction of guys when I came with my old equipment, one bag this side, you know, the other bag this side, carrying a tripod on one hand and a camera on the other, and just saying, I got also like a speaker with me and clothes, you know, for me to change up. And then, you know, it was such a, seeing them in awe was a reminder to myself that, you know what, I actually am pushing myself and I'm doing the most with the little that I have, you know. So having to have the video done, finished, I, you know, also edited it myself, and seeing it on TV was kind of like that confirmation for me to say, you know what, you're actually doing something here, you know. And having my family see me on TV like that, you know, just made songs like TV from my previous record, Peony, a lot more significant, because it just felt like a prophecy, you know, that was fulfilled. And of course, in the space of a year, I've finished recording my album. I'm in the final mixing process, you know. The only thing that just kind of, you know, gave me that hiccup was the flu that hit me, you know, like over a month ago, and my speakers pretty much giving out on me, and I had to go have them repaired and fixed. So I'm just waiting on getting them back, and then I'll just do the final process of mastering and prepare for the release, of course, because I'm not intending on keeping the album with me for that long after it's finished. Also, getting a new lens, you know, pretty much means a step closer into just like shooting more videos and really pushing the bar in terms of my creativity. And I'm just excited about it, you know. In the space of 1 year, I did so much, and I'm proud of myself for that. And I'm really grateful for everybody who just like been supporting me and just being patient with me during this process of, you know, reforming myself as an artist. So also just like a bit of an announcement, I'm preparing for a show that's coming on September. Also the release of the album, which might be on the end of September, if not mid-October. I'm super excited, and just having done all these things in just such a small space of time just gave me that drive, that excitement and confirmation that, you know, I'm on the right path. So I'm just going full force right now, you know, and I'm just excited to share the album with you guys, because listening to it back and forth, and, you know, it just made me realize that, you know, it's crazy. I didn't even anticipate that this record will be fully produced by me, you know. I'm super excited to share it again. I don't know how many times I said that, but yeah, there's a lot you can do in a year. Give yourself 365 days, and in this case, 366, and just push yourself and see how far you can go. You will surprise yourself. That's it for me. I'll see you guys on the next video, and I owe you all a very big video that is a very important ceremony and mark of new beginnings for my life, me and my sisters, that happened on the end of June. So I'm still editing that. I got another video coming, which is that, and I'm excited to share that as well, and for me, man, if you like this video, hit that like, subscribe, share with your friends, leave a comment if you may. I'll be grateful for it, and see you guys next time. Peace.